Welcome to Infidelity Truths. Before we dive into today's gripping story, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more thrilling stories just for you. Let's begin.
It was a quiet Wednesday evening, the kind where the world feels soft and safe, wrapped in the hum of routine. I was in the kitchen, chopping vegetables for dinner, when I heard Marcus, my boyfriend of 4 years, on a call in the next room. His voice was hushed, sharp, not the warm cadence I knew so well. "She can't know yet," he murmured. "It'll ruin everything if she finds out now." The knife slipped in my hand, nicking my finger. I barely noticed the sting. My pulse roared in my ears. She can't know? Was he talking about me? Lila, the woman he swore he'd build a future with? I set the knife down, my hands trembling, and crept closer to the doorway, holding my breath. "I just need a little longer," he continued, his tone pleading. "She trusts me completely. If I tell her about this, it's over." My stomach twisted. The words landed like a punch, stealing the air from my lungs. I leaned against the wall, trying to make sense of it. About this? What was this? Another woman? A secret life? My mind raced through every moment we'd shared lazy Sundays in bed, the way he'd trace my hand with his thumb, the promise ring he gave me last Christmas. Was it all a lie? I didn't confront him then. My courage faltered. Instead, I returned to the kitchen, forcing myself to keep chopping carrots, though my hands shook so badly I nearly ruined the cutting board. When Marcus walked in 10 minutes later, he flashed his usual crooked grin, the one that used to make my heart skip. "Smells good already, babe," he said, kissing my cheek. I nodded, my throat tight. "Work call?" I asked, keeping my voice light. "Yeah, just some project drama," he said too smoothly, grabbing a beer from the fridge. I watched him, searching for a crack in his facade, but he was flawless, as always. That's what made it worse. Marcus was good at this. He could make you believe anything. That night, I lay awake, replaying his words. "She trusts me completely." The phrase burned. I started noticing things I'd ignored before. The way he'd angle his phone away when texting, the client dinners that ran late, the vague answers about his weekends away for work trips. By morning, I knew I couldn't just sit with this. I told him I had a meeting across town, but instead I followed him. He left our apartment in his sleek black car, heading not to his office but to a bookstore in a quiet part of the city. I parked a block away, my heart hammering as I watched him through the window. He sat at a small table in the cafe section, and then she appeared, a woman with short, fiery red hair and a leather jacket. She was striking, her laugh carrying even through the glass. Marcus leaned toward her, his face lit up in a way I hadn't seen in months. I pulled out my phone and started recording, my hands unsteady. They talked for an hour, their body language intimate, effortless. When she reached across the table and squeezed his hand, I felt something inside me crack. I stopped recording and drove home, tears blurring the road. That evening, I played it cool. "How was your day?" I asked as he walked in, tossing his keys on the counter. "Same old," he said, shrugging. "Missed you, though." The lie was so effortless it made my skin crawl. I couldn't take it anymore. The next day, I told him I was meeting my sister for coffee, but I stayed nearby, watching our apartment. Around 6 p.m., a car pulled up, and the same red-haired woman stepped out. She glanced around, then walked to our door. Marcus let her in, his hand lingering on her arm. I recorded it all, my chest tight with fury and betrayal. I didn't knock when I walked in. I used my key and pushed the door open, my heart pounding like a war drum. Marcus was on the couch, laughing with her, a glass of wine in his hand. The woman still in her leather jacket froze. Marcus's face went white. "Lila, what?" he started. "Save it," I snapped, holding up my phone. The video was queued up, showing them at the bookstore, her hand in his. "Care to explain this?" The woman stood, her expression unreadable. "I should go," she said, grabbing her bag. "No, stay," I said, my voice shaking but firm. "I want answers. Who are you?" She hesitated, then met my eyes. "I'm Nora, Marcus and I. We've been together for 6 months. 6 months. Half a year of lies, woven into the life we were building. I turned to Marcus, my vision swimming. 6 months? While you're giving me a promise ring? Planning our anniversary trip? Lila, I can explain, he stammered, standing up. I love you. Nora was a mistake. Nora scoffed, her eyes flashing. A mistake? You told me you were done with her, that you were just waiting for the right moment to leave. The room spun. I gripped the back of a chair to steady myself. I heard you last night, I said, my voice low. You said I trusted you completely. That I couldn't know yet. Well, I know now. Marcus's mouth opened, but no words came. Nora grabbed her jacket and pushed past me. He's all yours, she muttered, slamming the door behind her. I looked at Marcus, the man I'd loved for years, and saw a stranger. Get out, I said, my voice breaking. I don't care where you go, but you're not staying here. He begged, his voice cracking, promising it was a one-time lapse, that he'd end it with Nora. But I was done. I packed his things that knit this clothes, his books, his stupid coffee mug collection, and left them by the door. You have until tomorrow morning, I said. After that, they're in the trash. In the days that followed, I blocked his number, canceled our plans, and started untangling my life from his. It hurt like hell, but with every step, I felt lighter, like I was shedding a weight I hadn't known I was carrying. That one sentence I overheard, she can't know Yeth, had shattered my world, but it also set me free. If I hadn't walked by that room, I might still be living a lie, tethered to someone who didn't deserve me. Sometimes, the smallest moments rewrite your life. What would you do if you overheard a truth that broke your reality? Would you confront it, or let it fester in silence?